Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today we're going to be playing around with a bunch of Flower Beauty makeup products. I did a major Flower Beauty haul when I got back from vacation last week. There were so many things that had just come out that I wanted to try, and even pre-existing things in the line that I've just had my eye on and never purchased. Now, some of the things I'm really excited to try is the new Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray. This is a spray that's going to powder the face. I am super intrigued by this. Can't wait to try this one out. I've also been dying to try out this mousse type of primer. This is their Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. This sounds really interesting. I have the Origins primer, and it's also this same type of packaging where it comes out as a mousse. So I do enjoy that one. I just don't use it. I actually need to get rid of it because it's old, but I'm hoping this might be a good dupe for that. We'll see. I got their new, they just released, Flower Beauty just released a new concealer palette. It is like an under eye, they call it, it's this one right here. It is called the Red Carpet Secret Eye Bright Palette. So in here you're getting a little wand that has a little ball at the end so that you can kind of soothe the under eye area before starting. And actually I think it says to use the ball side to apply the product. I don't know, this sounded really interesting. You get a corrector, 2 concealers, and a setting powder in here. So I thought that was really cute. And I also picked up another corrector. This is their CBD Chill Out Color Corrector. So we just have a bunch of products to get through. I picked up one of their new makeup sponges. And guys, I picked up both shades in the Day Glow. This is an item that I've had in my Ulta cart time and time again, and I take it out and then I put it back, and I take it out and I put it back. And I recently saw Lisa J do a an Instagram reel using this, and it looked gorgeous on her skin. So I thought, you know what, there's 2 shades, let me pick them both up. I got 15% off my entire order, so yeah, I hauled quite a bit. And then I'm going to use items that I've already had in my stash that are also from Flower Beauty, like their Serum foundation, their concealer, and a couple other things that I already had. So we got a lot to get through today, guys. I will have everything that I'm using linked in the description box of this video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's get started, guys. We got a lot to get through. If you guys want to see this new Flower Beauty haul and new products in action, keep on watching. All right, guys, so we're gonna get started with primer. And again, this is the Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. It says that it's going to soothe and rejuvenate skin. It's going to provide a soft radiance to diffuse the look of lines and pores. And says how to use. Shake me up and pump a dime size amount into palms, wear alone or as a primer. So let me give it a good shake. Okay, so a dime size amount. I don't think I'm gonna, oh, I got way too much. That's gonna be hard just to get a dime size amount with this type of a pump, but okay, we're gonna go with this. I did wipe some off on the tissue that I have here in front of me. So let's start applying this. Actually, I'm gonna wipe off some more. Let's see. It feels nice. Let's see if it's going to blur away all these pores, little fine lines. I'm not taking this up under the eye area because I have another under eye primer here that we're going to try. So let me get this hair out of the way before we go any farther. I haven't even done my hair yet, so I'll have the completed look at the end of the video. But so far this feels good. It feels nice. It doesn't really feel like there's any tackiness to it, but I mean, it's a very cool, unusual concept. And I'm gonna definitely have to try it out a few more times before I give you my final thoughts on it. But so far so good. I definitely see kind of like a nice glow to my skin, but definitely no like shimmer or glitter or anything like that. I'm gonna go in with this palette first. This is the new one. This one just got released a few days ago. This is the Red Carpet Secret Eye Bright palette, and I picked up the shade Fair. Cute packaging. I mean, it's all plastic, but cute packaging. That's what I like about Flower Beauty. They have really nice packaging. Some I think is a little bit more bulky than necessary. Right here, their powder, but it's still nice packaging. Okay, so this comes with this little applicator. And this is very cooling, like just touching it, it's very cooling. And this is what the palette looks like. So this is shade 1, and it has all the directions on the back. So this first one is shade 1. This is the primer. And then these next 2 shades are going to be the concealer shades. And then the bigger shade right here, that is the setting powder. So I'm going to use the primer under both eyes, but I'm going to use the rest of the products on one eye only, and then I want to use some of the other products that I have on the other eye, so we can just try everything out. So it says to use this to apply the primer, so I'm just going to get some like that. That might be too much. Let me spread that out. Oh, this is cool. Ooh, yeah. This feels really, really nice. It's gonna feel great in the morning. And again, this is just the under eye primer. Now, I always wear under eye cream. That is one thing I never go without, morning and night. But extra hydration is always good, especially for the under eye area. That feels really, really nice. Real good, like really nice and smoothing and hydrating. I really love the concept of this applicator. So far, so good. Okay, so I'm gonna put the palette away for a minute, and now I'm gonna start applying foundation. And this is the one I'm gonna use. This is their latest foundation. This came out last year, and this is the Get Real Serum Foundation. And I use the shade Ivory L2. Now, this is a makeup sponge that I did pick up in this order. This is one of their newest makeup sponges, and I like the shape of it. I like all the details of it. I've already wet it, so it's damp right now. Now I'm gonna first go in with my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, and I'm just going to apply a light layer of foundation, well, in my sense, a light layer of foundation all over, and then I'm gonna use the makeup sponge to build up certain areas and just make sure that everything is pressed in and seamless. And guys, just a quick side note, BK Beauty is having their summer sale this week. I believe it starts on Thursday. I will have the details in the description box of this video in case you want to pick up this brush that you guys always see me using. This is my favorite brush from BK Beauty, the 101 foundation brush. But yeah, they're going to be having a pretty good sale. I want to say, what did they say? It was 20 to 30% off site-wide. So definitely check the description box for all the details on the upcoming BK Beauty brush sale. And guys, I've already reviewed this foundation. I've done a wear test, so I will have it linked up above in case you want to check it out, get some more specifics on it, but it's definitely a lightweight foundation that provides about a medium coverage. All right, so now I'm gonna pump out a little bit more on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in with the makeup sponge, and I'm just gonna start pressing this right in here. This is the area that I always build up coverage. This makeup sponge feels really nice. I like this one much better than their original one, which is that lavender color. That one is just a little too big, a little too bulky. This one is the perfect size, and I think I like the texture of it, although I think they feel kind of the same, but there's just something about this one that I prefer. All right, so now we're gonna go into concealer. We're gonna do the under eye concealer first, and I'm gonna start with the right eye. I'm gonna be using one of their new correctors. This is, where's the box? This is the CBD Chill Out Color Corrector. This one comes in 3 shades if I'm not mistaken, and I picked up the lightest shade, which is called Light Peach L1. It says it's infused with hemp-derived CBD. It says to correct and brighten your under eye areas with a peach-toned color correcting melting pot to instantly neutralize dark circles. Your eyes appear illuminated while the nourishing formula infused with hemp-derived CBD hydrates and smooths delicate skin for the perfect concealer base. All right, so I'm gonna take a little brush here. This is the one from Rare Beauty. And let's start. I'm only gonna do this one to the right eye just because we have that other palette that we're gonna try. Wow, it's going over the primer really nicely. Like my whole under eye area feels really smooth, really hydrated. Now I do have the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer, and this one is in the shade Fair. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that right under my eye. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. Those three products together, they look pretty good and it feels good. My under eye area feels really hydrated. Okay, so I'm not gonna apply powder just yet, and I'm not gonna apply the rest of the concealer just yet. Let's move on over to the left eye, and let's go in probably with the lightest shade first, which is that second shade there. And I mean, I'm gonna use the applicator here because that's what it says to do. I think it's a really cool concept. I'm just gonna work that in first, and then I will pat it out with my fingertip. This feels so good. This feels really good. How come more brands don't include one of these? And that just also helps to melt the concealer. Wow, that looks nice. That's very brightening. I think more so than on this eye. Wow, that looks good. What do you guys think? Really nice, creamy, easy to blend out. Use your fingertip, use that applicator, use the damp makeup sponge. But I think it looks really good. Now let me swatch these next to each other. All right, so here you can see this is the third shade and this is the second shade. This is the one I just applied, but definitely this is more like my skin tone. So I probably should have done this one first and then gone in with this one. But oh well. I think if you want more of a brightening effect, then definitely just go in with this one. But if you need more coverage and then you want to brighten, then do it opposite. So so far so good. Let's see, I'm gonna take some of that third shade, which is the one that's more of my skin tone. Let's see. You're going to conceal. Yeah, it conceals a bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with the first concealer. And I'm gonna just apply this to where I would normally apply concealer. I am liking the way my under eye area looks. You know, it's gonna be your preference on exactly what you're looking for. I don't think you need to get both of these products. So if you have a favorite concealer that you already love and know that works for you, maybe just pick up the CBD corrector and not get the Red Carpet Concealer palette. All right, now in this palette, there is a under eye setting powder. So we're gonna use that. All right, now this powder, let me swatch it. It looks like it has, oh, that has a shimmer to it. Ooh, I don't know how that's gonna go. Let's try it. I have this fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. It was in one of those festival collections, and they didn't release a festival collection this year, right? Maybe because there was no festival this year. All right, that's how it looks. Looks nice. It's very brightening. Now for this eye, I want to try this Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. And again, this is really big packaging, but these powders seem to have pretty decent reviews. All right, so it was a little tough to get this open, but that's what it looks like in there. Pour some out on the cap. I'm gonna get the same brush. Let me just wipe it off. Pat out any creases. I also want to use this powder for my T-zone. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see the difference. This is more glowy and this is definitely more matte. I mean, I don't think either side looks better than the other. I think I'm gonna prefer the matte side though, at least for my under eye area, because I have a feeling this powder is gonna accentuate some texture after a while. So let me now, I'm gonna use what I have here in the cap and I'm gonna set my face with this. All right, so I like this powder. I like this powder. It didn't cause anything to get cakey, which sometimes powder can do that to my skin. But everything seems to be laying really, really nicely on the skin. All right, so now we're gonna go in with a product I'm really excited about, and this is the new one. This is their Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray. So I did set my T-zone with the matte powder, but I'm sure this is gonna go everywhere. Let's, I'm gonna try it on my hand first. So let me try it on my arm. It smells like deodorant. You know, like spray deodorant, but I don't really see anything. So it's definitely translucent. I'm just gonna spray it all over my face. And then I'm gonna go in with the Miracle Glow finishing powder. So let's see. Okay. All right, you know what I'm noticing? This under eye area, that powder definitely has shimmer. Like now I'm seeing it more than what I did when I initially applied it, and I am not too crazy about it because now that it's had a couple minutes to set in, it's accentuating my texture. So yeah, don't like that setting powder that's in the palette. This powder that I just sprayed is very interesting. It felt weightless and it's not a wet feeling. It's just like you're spraying air on your face. Like, it's a very dry spray. Not that it's drying the skin, but there's no moisture or wetness to this. Let's see. I mean, it didn't cause anything to get cakey. I think it's a really interesting concept. Definitely something that I'm gonna wanna touch up with later today. And I'll most definitely show you guys what it's going to do after maybe 5 hours that I've had this makeup on. That's usually when I start to get a little bit of oily, especially on my nose. And we'll see if it's going to control oil. And we'll see if this is going to minimize that oil. But it says, forget the mess. This spray-on setting powder helps control shine and absorb excess oil, leaving skin with a soft matte finish. And it says, shake and spray 6 to 8 inches away from the face in a sweeping motion. Reapply as needed and refresh throughout the day. You get 1.5 ounces of product in here. Forget how much this was. I want to say this could have been like $13, no more than $15. And then I had that 15% off coupon. So I'm going to be really excited to touch up with this later today. All right, so now that my skin is pretty much matte, I'm going to go in with the Miracle Glow finishing powder. And that's what the powder looks like. Very similar to that Laura Mercier powder that I just reviewed for you guys. And I'm going to take it on a BK Beauty 102 brush. Very interesting products, right? Very interesting, innovative products that Flower Beauty is releasing. Like, really cool. The powder, the primer. I like it. I like everything so far. All right, so you know what I just realized? I don't have a Flower Beauty bronzer. And they do make bronzer. I guess I thought I had one and I didn't pick it up. But I'm just going to use this one from Physicians Formula, my Ride or Die Butter Bronzer. And I'm taking that on a BK Beauty 103. Now for blush, I'm going to go in with this one that I've had in my stash for a little while. This is the Flower Pots Powder Blush. This one is in the shade Warm Hibiscus. And I'm taking this on a BK Beauty 104. I believe I got this one from Ulta. It does have a bit of a sheen to it. Flower Beauty also makes some really good liquid blushes, the Flower Bombs, and I have a couple of those. And they're really, really nice. Really easy formula to work with. Now we're gonna try these two Day Glow, what is this called? Highlighting Glaze. I am so excited to try these out. Again, these have been in my cart at Ulta on and off, I think since they were released. I don't know why I never bought them, but I'm happy to have them now. All right, so here are the two shades up close. One is kind of more platinum leaning, and this one is more gold bronze leaning. And there they are there. So let's go in with the shade Ablaze. This is that more golden bronzy shade. And I'm just using my finger. Ooh, wow. I'm just gonna tap that up here and hopefully it doesn't ruin what's underneath. I'm gonna pick some up with the sponge. Okay, good. That didn't cause anything to get weird. Definitely if you use a sponge, it kind of helps to shear it out. All right, let me apply some over here now. All right, that looks really, really pretty. You could easily just do bronzer and then this highlighting glaze and be good to go. Now we're gonna go in with this shade. The shade is called Stunner. Now I'm gonna apply this higher up. And do a little bit on my Cupid's bow. All right, so I think these are nice, subtle cream highlighters, kind of more of like a cheek dew type of thing, but a little bit more glowy than like a cheek dew. So I like it. I think it looks really, really nice. I am gonna apply a little bit more blush on top of it just to blend everything together. Now I also have this highlighter palette from Flower Beauty. I've had this in my stash for quite a while, and this is the Shimmer and Strobe highlight palette. I love it. These highlighters are blinding highlighters, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and just add some right up here to the tops of my cheekbones and maybe a little bit on my temples. A little bit on my nose too, just right there. I love it right here. I love a highlight right in this area. Now I'm gonna go in with this Petal Pout lip mask. This is something that you leave on your lips and it's gonna provide a sheer wash of color while nourishing and hydrating the lips. I've noticed they've been releasing more shades in these, and this is what the applicator looks like. So you can see I have not used it at all. The shade I picked up is called Smooch. So all you do is just twist the base and you can see the product is gonna start to come out. Oh, wow. That is more than a sheer wash of color. But this feels, wow, this feels really good. Like it's a little citrus and sweet kind of a flavor to it. It feels so hydrating. Like this is definitely, like it kind of feels like a lip mask, but it's definitely something that you can wear and be comfortable in all day. And I like that. I like that color. I like that shade. All right, cool. I think I might have to pick up a couple more of these. These are really cute. All right, guys. So sadly, eyebrows. I thought I bought an eyebrow pencil. They had a new, like a micro brow pencil, and I guess I didn't get it because I don't see it anywhere. So unfortunately, brows and bronzer are the only two things that are not Flower Beauty in this video, but I'm gonna pop off camera, take care of my brows, and then I'll come back on and I'm gonna start creating today's eye look. All right, now that the brows are on, I also took off the lip mask because I have two other lip products that I want to try out for you guys. But before I do that, I am going to set my face with this Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray. This is one I've had in my stash for a little while. I really enjoy using this setting spray. There is a slight scent to it, but nothing major, nothing that lingers. All right, so let me put on a different lip. All right, so I picked up these other two lippies. I'm gonna try this one out first. This is the Flower and CBD Chill Out Lip Glaze. It is infused with hemp-derived CBD, and this one is in the shade Daze. Now let me just give you a closer look at it, and that's what it looks like there in the tube. Ooh, this is pretty. It has a nice sheen to it. It has like a pink and gold reflect. All right, so now let's start creating an eye look. I picked up one of their latest quads, and it looks like this. This is the most neutral one of the four that they have, and this one is called Petal Play. And that's what it looks like there. Really nice and neutral little quick and easy palette to use on the go. So I'm gonna start with this shade first, and I'm gonna run that in the crease. And I'm taking this shade on a BK Beauty 202 brush. I chose this palette because I wanted something really neutral since we're gonna be trying the Jungle Lights palette today. And I just wanted to have a nice neutral crease something that I know would go with all of the shades that are in that palette. Not that I'm going to necessarily use all of the Jungle Light shades, but I wanted something that was going to be very versatile. Now this shade to me feels like it's more of a satin than a matte. And I'm thinking that the only matte shade in this palette is going to be the dark brown. So I'm definitely going to be using that dark brown shade on the outer corner. But I mean, this looks nice. This looks good. And since we're going to be going in with really sparkly shades, I think this will just match perfectly. All right, now I'm taking this dark brown shade on a BK203, and I'm just gonna start deepening up this outer corner and bringing it in ever so slightly in the crease. All right, now I have two different like shimmer type of products that we're gonna be trying out today. This is one of their latest products, and this one is called the Watercolor Eye Tint. It says to shake well, and I have the shade Stellar Wash. So let me swatch this first because this one looks really interesting. Ooh, this is pretty. That is so pretty and sparkly. Okay, we'll definitely try and incorporate this. And then, of course, we have the Jungle Lights palette. I want to say this palette came out last year. Now, this palette contains 6 shades, and these are cream shadows. I thought this palette was a little bit pricey. I want to say it was like $17. But let me go ahead and swatch it. Oh, wow. Okay, they're definitely creamy. So that's the first shade there. These are very, very creamy. Like these are swatching great. So there are the swatches. Really nice. Very, very creamy. Not creamy as in like a cream concealer type or even like creamy as in this glaze type. Just like really buttery smooth. Now, since I have this on the back of my hand here, I want to swatch it next to, oh, okay, it's different. Yeah, I wanted to swatch it next to one of the purples that was in this palette, but they are different. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do, just so that we can try out these shades, is I'm gonna do different looks on each eye. So I'm gonna go in first. Let's do the green first. And I'm using a Morphe M124. I didn't spray this brush. This is a dry brush. I feel like I just got fallout. I think I'm gonna try spraying it and just see what happens. That looks nice. That is a pretty green shimmer shade. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use the same brush, just turn it around. I'm gonna go in with this red shade. Still not wetting the brush yet. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this gold shade. I'm using my finger and I'm gonna apply that right here to the center. I guess I can see why this palette is a little pricey compared to the other items in the collection. That's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with this little quad. I'm gonna pick up some of the dark brown. And I'm using a BK207. I'm just gonna add some of that. Up here. All right, now I'm gonna go in with some more of that green shade, and this time I'm gonna spray it. Yeah, I definitely think you can use these either way. I actually didn't get much fallout. I just felt a little bit right here, but now I don't even see it. Now I'm gonna go back in with the dark brown shade, and I'm gonna use that along the lower lash line. And I'm using that same BK207. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here for the inner corner highlight. And I'm taking that on a damp Rephr 03. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of this shade right here to highlight the brow bone. All right, now I have two different eyeliners here. I have the liquid Cajal eyeliner. This is a really pretty green shade. Let me swatch it on the back of my hand. Ooh, that's pretty. I think that's what I'm gonna use on this eye. That's a really pretty green. And then I picked up their Forever Winged liner, and this is a dark brown one. It's called Dark and Stormy. And this is a felt tip style eyeliner. Is it a felt tip or a brush? No, it's a felt tip. And there you can see both eyeliners. So let's do the green on the left eye. And this is more of the traditional liquid eyeliner applicator. All right, so that was a very easy to work with eyeliner. I love the color of it. I love the ease of use. I'm gonna wait and apply mascara once I get done with both eye looks. Let's jump over to the right eye and let's go in with the dark purple shade. And I'm going in with a dry brush. And let's see, I'm gonna do that out here. Okay, same brush. Now I'm gonna take this lighter shade. Now I'm gonna go in with the gold shade. Same brush, just cleaned it off. Oh, that one's pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with the Watercolor Eye Tint. Again, this one is in the shade Stellar Wash. I'm using that right here. Wow. They had several different shades of these. It was hard to choose one, but this one is really pretty. I'm just gonna use that clean Morphe brush just to pat it out. I'm picking up some of the dark purple just to help blend it. So this one does feel wet, so you want to keep your eye closed for a little bit. All right, so I think that looks really, really pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with the dark purple for the lower lash line. Actually, no, let's go in with the green. Let's go in with the green on the lower lash line. And I'm gonna take that green shade on a damp Rephr 03. I'm gonna pick up some more of this shade. All right, now I did get a little bit of fallout right there and I don't really want to come off. Now I'm gonna go in with the felt tip liner. This is the Forever Wear Winged Eyeliner. It says it's a winged liner, so I guess I'm gonna do a wing. All right, a little baby wing, that's enough. Sometimes those wings, they get away from me and they become really elaborate and it's just not the look I'm going for, but right now this is definitely exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna go back in with this shade right here in the quad and highlight my brow bone, just using a Rephr 03. Now for the lower waterline on this eye, I'm gonna go in with this one from ColourPop, and this is a cream gel liner in the shade Canopy. And for the left eye, I'm gonna go in with this one right here from Profusion, and this is the Waterproof Shadow Stick in the shade Copper. Now for mascara, I'm gonna use this one right here. This is the Warrior Princess Mascara, and this is my second time to purchase it. That is what the wand looks like. A really nice mascara. This does a good job of giving me length, which I already have length, but amplifying it, and separation, volume. And it lasts all day without smearing and flaking. All right, so this is after 2 coats of mascara. I love this one. This is a good one. This one's worth checking out. Now, this is also a fairly new product to the Flower Beauty lineup. This is the Scribble Stick. It says you can use these pretty much wherever and however you want. And I picked up the shade Tickle Me Pink. I love this type of a lip product because I can use it as a liner, I can use it as a lipstick, and it just makes application really easy. Now this is more of a matte formula. I forget how many shades they have of this one, but I want to say it could be at least 10 different shades. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the CBD Chill Out Lip Glaze. All right, guys, so here we go. Full face, just about full face of Flower Beauty, minus bronzer and brows. What do you think of the 2 eye looks? What do you think of the products I used? I like everything. I don't think I encountered anything that was a dud. I think the only thing that I probably wouldn't use again would be the powder shade in this Red Carpet, what is this called? Red Carpet Secret Eye Bright palette. Not too crazy about it under the eye area. I feel like it kind of accentuates the texture that I have right in here. I think I would reserve this for like an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight rather than to set the under eye area. But the rest of the shades in the palette, including this amazing little applicator, which great job, Flower Beauty Drew Barrymore, for including this neat little gadget in this cute little compact. That really came in handy, and that felt really, really nice applying the primer and the concealer with. So I can't wait to use this one again. I think this is the newest thing out of everything that I picked up. This and the spray powder are the two newest things in the Flower Beauty lineup, and I enjoyed using this palette. Now, as for the two finishing powders, I did purchase Matte and Luminous. I liked them. I like the way the matte set this under eye area, and I like the way it set my T-zone. And this one is the Satin. It's not Luminous. This is the Satin finishing powder, and I liked that as well. This powder is not overly glowy. It doesn't provide as much as a shimmer as some of the other finishing powders that I've been trying, like the Jaclyn Cosmetics, the Laura Mercier. Those definitely provide more of a luminous finish, and this is definitely a satin finish. So I like these. Can't wait to use these more often. The only thing I'm not too crazy about is the bulky packaging. Now, as for the other color corrector, this is the CBD Chill Out Corrector. I picked up the shade Light Peach, which is the lighter of the three shades. I liked it. It felt really nice going over the primer that was in the Red Carpet Eye Bright palette, and I can definitely see myself using it going forward. It wasn't too peach. It wasn't like the NARS Radiant creamy color corrector. This one is more of a softer peach shade, so definitely something that I think is going to work great for those of you out there with a more fair complexion than I have. Now, the two Day Glow highlighting skin glazes, I really liked them. They give a nice, soft, dewy appearance to the cheekbones with a very subtle, luminous finish. This is definitely not glitter. It's definitely not sparkle. It's going to give you more of that wet, dewy look. And I really enjoyed using them. They also went over great on top of those finishing powders that I had on. And these were definitely something that I was very much looking forward to trying out for you guys. Now, these two products right here, I think these are really cool products just to have in your stash. Let's start with the primer. This is a Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. It is a mousse primer. I had fun applying it to my skin, but it does say to use a dime size amount, and it's going to be hard to get a dime size amount just because of the pump. So be as careful as you can when pumping some of this out, but I think it's a neat product. It seemed to work well with the rest of the makeup that I applied on top of it, and I look forward to using this more going forward. As for the liquid powder, I'm going to be wearing this makeup for the rest of the day, so I'm going to show you guys a quick check-in where I spray my face, and we'll see if it can absorb some of that excess oil that is likely going to be found on my nose. All right, guys, I've had this makeup on for almost 8 hours, and I wouldn't say that I'm especially shiny, so I think these powders have been helping to control the oil that I have, especially like on my forehead. I don't even look that bad on my nose. Like, I am looking at myself in the mirror over here, and it doesn't look bad. I like the way my makeup looks. I definitely have a nice glow going on. But I have the Jet Set Invisible powder spray right here, so let me give it a good shake. So let's see how this is going to work if you use it for touch-ups during the day. Okay, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I think it did a pretty decent job. I mean, it doesn't cause any cakiness.
I think it's really an innovative product. It's so easy just to spray this and go. Like, this is gonna be so cool. I am gonna put this in my purse and I'm gonna try touching up with this throughout the day, especially when I head back to work in a couple weeks. I think this is definitely gonna be a product that I see myself reaching for during lunchtime when I need to touch up my makeup. And I think it's just gonna help. And you can kind of see that even like right here, because I mainly sprayed it in the center of my face, and I kind of feel like it did take down the luminosity just a little bit. And again, I'm not really oily on my nose. Like, this is the oiliest spot on my face and it's looking pretty good right now. So I'm really excited about all of these Flower Beauty products, especially this new Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray.
I thought this was a really innovative product. Great job, Flower Beauty, for thinking outside the box, because I don't think I've ever seen a product that sprays powder on your face. I have a foundation. I have the Dior Air Flash foundation, which I don't even spray it on my face. I spray it on a damp makeup sponge and then I apply it. But this says to spray directly on your face, and it was easy. And it seemed to work. It didn't cause my makeup to get cakey or any funky texture or anything like that. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's worth checking out. This is called Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray. Now, as for the lip products, I enjoyed wearing all three. I am wearing these two right here, but the lip mask, these are really popular. These are really highly rated on the Flower Beauty website and also on the Ulta Beauty website. I got the shade Smooch in it, and I think I want to pick up some more because they feel super, super hydrating while still providing a nice wash of color. And it's not incredibly sheer. Like, there's definitely some pigment there, but it's not really intense pigment, and that's what I like. These other two products, I have them on right now. They feel really comfortable together. The Scribble Stick is definitely a matte formula, and this just helps to add that added bit of hydration. I love this combination together. It feels really good on my lips. Now, as far as the two eyeliners, they worked great. They were really easy to use. I created a wing. I can't really see it on this eye, but I did do a little bit of a wing with the Cajal eyeliner, and it was simple and easy to use. This one is a felt tip liner. This is the, what is it called? The Forever Wear winged liner. Definitely did a wing there, a little one, and they were very easy to use, pigmented, and performed exactly the way I expected. The two eyeshadow palettes were beautiful. They were easy to work with, good formula. This quad is the newer one of the two. These quads come in 4 different shades. Again, I picked up the most neutral, and this one is called Petal Play. I picked this up because I knew it would complement all of the shades in the Jungle Lights palette perfectly, and I was right. This palette is really, really nice. These shimmer shades are really pretty. I guess I can see why this is a higher priced palette. I mean, higher priced for the drugstore, because I believe this palette retails for $17, but they are really nice shades. They are gonna give you a little bit of kick up, like they're gonna give you a little bit of a texture, but they apply really easily, both with your finger, with a damp brush, or with a dry brush, whatever your preferred method of application is. But I thought all of the shades that they included perfectly complemented each other. All right, guys, so those were all of the new products that I picked up in this Flower Beauty haul. This was a huge haul, but I'm glad I got 15% off of my order. Definitely head on over to the Flower Beauty website. That's where I purchased all of these products, minus the ones I already had in my stash. I got those at Ulta Beauty, but you can find a lot of these on the Ulta Beauty website. So I will have what I can linked directly to Ulta, and then the rest that's not there will be linked to the Flower Beauty website. If you sign up for the Flower Beauty, I think it's like text messages or emails, that's how you get the 15% off, and that's exactly what I did. But let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the two eye looks? What did you think of this primer and this liquid powder setting spray? Definitely sound off in the comments below. What is your favorite Flower Beauty product? Have you even tried Flower Beauty before? I highly recommend you do if you haven't just yet. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.